He says I can be in the video, and I can pick the next film he watches. So I got a choice there. There's also some DVDs, but the thing is, I pick some off there. I'll have to watch it on VHS. So I think he should watch Fever Lake in Japanese.
It's time. So, I did try to watch Fever Lake a few weeks ago, and then ended up watching License to Drive and then Silver Bullet around the same time, and then them two videos got muddled up. But yeah, this is, as promised, the Japanese cut, which I've never watched before. Yeah. Well, the dogs heard that, so that was definitely high frequency. The telly's blacked out. I think we're in, so I'm just going to leave the camera on standby, not recording the entire tape. Standby to see what I'm in for. Oh, it is playing anyway. Not that if it is in Japanese, I am just going to still watch it because obviously Godzilla movies. I said obviously the Mask Godzilla poster behind us. But I also remember Giant Cram, the wrestling game for the Dreamcast that I loved. DDT! Honestly, like that game doesn't get enough love. I'm not sure if this is going to play in English, but the is about to come in. And which I'd realise you can just see along Fever Lake there. You can actually see the outline. It looks grainy as hell, doesn't it? You can still see the outline where it was. Yeah. So, see it. You got Curse Boy. Jump cut. It's just black into some music. Yeah. Oh, the music there. Oh, bit of tape flicker. Yeah, it's full on Japanese in the back there. Da, da. You got the Curse Boy. You've got the Cold Boy. That's what I've got. Hopefully we're getting there soon. Oh, the dog's had enough. It's gone. Dog's gone. Right, directed by Ralph Portillo. I don't know if it's in English. I'm not going to sit and watch the whole... Well, I've got the VHS. I won the VHS. I might as well watch the VHS. I have done the podcast to this. I sit down and watch it all. I believe there's a review random for this. Yeah. You got the Curse Boy. When is someone going to actually speak? My. Someone speak, just say one word. He's gone home. Speak. Is it in Japanese? What has Abraham got me watching? I should have never let him pick the film. This was going to be a watched eventually. At least this one's a bit more, like Silver Bullet just sitting in front of the bed going, whoa, this movie. Oh, he's going to play music. Copyright claim coming. He's going to play. Nope, it's in English with Japanese subtitles. There you go. So yeah, just going to leave that playing on in the background. Got the Curse Boy. Do you like The Shining much? He does look proper creepy there, when you think about casting people with names, when you look at Corey, Corey. Albert is not a name you would put. What's your name, Albert? Yes, he's got a sinister look. Whoa. So this really does look about Fast Getaway 2 kind of era, but yeah, I'm getting there. I'm going to make this one a bit random. Don't bother turning the laptop on for the scene, right? There's a bit coming up here with the... You can tell I've got cold. Look, don't bother about the laptop being on. This is when they're all seeing through her body and there's a spider comes over her shoulder. Right, there's no way he can see the spiders coming. Alright? Is there, Donatello? You ready? Listen for the music cue. That's obviously Slater, or Steve in this film from Saved by the Bell. Ready? The music cue. Puts his glasses on. He's like, right, okay. You see that? And then all of a sudden he sees it.
You're gonna lose your lunch.
There's no way he could have seen that.
Oh,
And there it is, the spider.
I feel something.
Huh? Just puts his glasses on, they can just see spiders. Well, that was just cruel.
Dude, that's gross. That's Harry. That was Harry from Professor X.
It's not as bad as the Predator when the scorpion turns the other way around, like, but you know. Have you ever seen a movie in America where someone has the actual bottom locker? Doesn't seem to happen, does it? Things we take for granted now, right? They've just complained. We had to turn the car phone off because it was too expensive. Sorry, I've got a cold. Like the things we take for granted, though. I never had a car phone, but you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah. I mean, imagine now, a car phone, you just get arrested for using your phone. Then they were like charging a fortune. Oh no, floating wolf's about to appear. Is he floating wolf? The Indian man of the lake. He's just about to appear. I definitely watched this all the other night. Not about last week or so. Maybe it's before license. Definitely before license to drive. I just thought I'd better pay better attention. But honestly, sorry, these are just random. Clear Springs, that's what he's called. Evil spirits in Clear Springs, that's it. The good old fashioned, are you local look? Walk in, are you local? Done perfectly. So, you know, obviously the guy at the start's mental because he's got the green eyes, and then obviously the kid at the start, I think it's Albert, Corey Haim. I think, like, it tells you the red herring in a minute because the woman gets murdered in the bush by some force, still water sauna, because it's talking about the lake, so, yeah. I don't know, does Albert still own his house? There's some plot holes, like, but again, I'm going to say this now, for the 90s movie, Corey Haim's a little bit cast, he's too old to be what he is cast, but for an early DVD, VHS, I mean, this didn't come out for a long time. I remember seeing on the shop, was that Corey Haim? It just appeared years after it had been out, you know what I mean, it had been finished. And the American cover has like a demon face. But it's a pretty solid film, but it totally rips off Friday the 13th and The Shining. The backbone of this film. Friday the 13th, Shining, just out of some rented locations, small cast, and then there was none kind of thing, so as it plays away in the background. Get ready to see Corey Haim go through the motions. Are you ready? It's coming. Dun 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 dun, laying the foundation.
Mom, I told you, listen, Mom, I gotta go. It's just,
Get him out of there, come on, come on.
Okay. Yeah, I love you too.
He did fall from grace. Oh, here we go, here we go. Get ready, it's coming. Action. Right, Corey, come over here and go through the motions. We want you to look there. Angrier, look eviler, eviler. There we go. So it's like completely back to that. Throw a red herring out there. And this is what it looks like when that laptop is actually on. So it definitely wasn't on at the start of this movie. Weekend at Fever Lake. A shout out to Vampire Mike and Dan who I've just messaged there as the zooms around the house. I had a look on IMDb and it's meant to, the film's meant to feature in some theatre thing, 3000. It was filmed in West Constant. Then I've just went on, and obviously that big ass poster up there, which I've been humming and hawing about for weeks, whether to come down and put my thing poster up. Just so happens now on IMDb is actually the screenshot. You see that there, the screenshot for the thumbnail, which it never was. So yeah. Oh, and she's getting very spaced out. Weekend at Fever Lake is changed to Terror Weekend. The call is really kicking my ass here. We just had the backstory with the shopkeeper and the girl. But yeah. Whoa. There's some really, like, you look at when they're walking away from the car or asking your shall receive, or like walking into a shop and go, right, look around the shop and you can just see people instantly like either picking stuff up or walking away and you think, yeah, just less is more with that kind of stuff. Oh, get out my picture. Yeah. I like shots like that because they're almost pointless in the film, but if you can get them in there, it's cool. It's got the curse, boy. It's the lake. Looking for the Loch Ness Monster. It's on my hand, the Loch Ness Monster. We're looking for the Loch Ness Monster. It's out there. Our Stillwater's back. Clear Springs, whatever you call them. See, does he turn into the wolf and track this girl down? It's a very misleading film. See the Guardian, Steven Seagal, the angel, or not? Get ready to hear the fog. You ready, Hira? Clear Springs is thinking about it. So who's controlling the wolf? That wolf doesn't look angry, he looks hungry. It's going to eat her. It's going to eat her. Prepare. Oh, it's got the curse, boy. It's got the eyes. See, who's controlling it? Who is controlling it? Who's controlling it, Hira? She's about to be killed. She's about to be killed. Oh, I mean, you would have seen them coming. Look at that. Oh, yep. Killed by nothing. Is it really there? It's like me going, raw! No reaction. Yep, that's how she dies anyway.
Water looks great. You go ahead. I gotta look at my paper.
Okay, but you know what they say. All work and no play makes for a very dull girl.
Right, there's another reference to The Shining. So I've just heard back from Dan and Vampire Mike, as my call kicks in there, just as the, ooh, she's just been grabbed behind the shed on the, like, you know, grabbed behind the shed and like trying to run out the water. We're all laughing at the fact that that poster, which we think that there's only 3, me, a Dan, and Vampire Mike in New York, a Dan in Texas. There's probably a couple of more out there, but like for a poster that's 30-year-old for a video, yeah, we all own them, and that's what's so weird about it. Now becoming the front cover of the IMDb thumbnail. Wow, this is me really trying to battle this cold, fighting through it. The sheriff's probably one of the best things about this movie. I think he's well cast and does alright with it. But then now he's walking around the house and she's in the attic spying down on him, and she's just found this photo which, if you look at it, looks like take 1 she just blew the dust off, so take 2 she's tried to blow more dust off. But then the picture looks like her. She's like meant to look like Albert's mother. I thought that was a dog growling there. Dog still hasn't moved. But yeah, it really trying to really throw you a red herring. You're not going to believe that Corey Haim is going to be the fucking mad killer, because Corey Haim normally doesn't play the baddie. And if he did, he don't die. It's one of them. But yeah, it's still playing in the background, moseying along quite easy. I've just burst out laughing. The guy, the sheriff's explaining to the group, filmed by water again, which works one way for the light but not the other. He's on about like it happened in the woods, and he's about to come here and he's like, oh yeah, a bear, a mountain lion. The guy's more worried about a wolf. Like, hang on, right, that's a wolf, right, fair enough, there's a pack of wolves, but there's a wolf, right, it's a wolf, like, about that size, right, that's a wolf. A mountain lion or a bear, they would be the ones that are concerned. Maybe it's not a bear, I mean a big fucking thing, big paw. Have you not seen fucking grizzly where it just paws everyone? Oh, you wake up now. But mountain lion, it's just like, yeah, mountain lion. But wolf, I'm just like, you're scared of a wolf. So Scream Bear borrowed from this movie. No, I'll shut him up.
Hey, Sarah.
No, 95. And these might have stole from Scream, I'll shut up. Here it comes, you ready?
I'm gonna go get a beer. Don't start without me.
I'll be right back. Yep.
Okay,
Even though I watched this movie a few weeks ago, I was drinking, I couldn't tell you how any of these die. I know they're all going to die, but I can't really remember. But yeah. Yep. Is she going to get her head stuck in the garden garage? Well, there's nothing to do with a garden, Stephen. It's a garage door. That's the word I was looking for. Dun dun dun. Lights out, Scream. I'd rather go and play hide and go seek, and I keep using this to try and rewind it. It's clearly a VHS and not a DVD. Sister Abigail's here with our lantern. Playing hide and seek. That's how they die. Twitch of the Death Nerd, Friday the 13th, death done in the basement. As everyone's running into smoke and running around and like, who's where, who's what? What the fuck? Hang on. Wait, let press rewind. So at the start of this movie, the guy murders the woman with the axe, right? So it just so happens that the axe is still in the attic. I mean, you just see me going, Steve, and the camera turned around. Wherever you are. Look, ready? Same axe coming. There you go. Did they not find that after the original murder? And then, just for coincidence, you got my legit reaction. This tree falls down. Twitch of the deaf nerve has happened. So, who's got the curse? Is it her? Because she just found the axe, and now the axe is through two people. And now Clear Springs is about to fight fire. Best thing about that Indian guy getting attacked by fire, it's all real fire. I absolutely hate CGI fire. Like fire bars and all that kinds of stuff. Cameras and well used. It's gone full on Brave Star moment there, like, isn't it? Strength for the fire! Like, everyone's just running around the woods. I would buy the score on vinyl if they released it. Yes, I know you're Brave Star. Who's gonna get in the car? It's like, no wonder, like, run! Just gonna trip over Steve Incher. Steve, who was just yesterday. Like, I'm not being funny, right? He's a long way away from the car to be suddenly just doing this. It's hard to defrost and just disappear. Just to click the other fingers there. It's that cold. I've lost all click. Can't do with that fingers. Nah, I'm that cold. The house is that cold. Yeah. He just gets killed off camera. You know, your second biggest star behind Corey Haim. You know, the guy from Saved by the Bell, Cam's favourite TV show, that one. And she just runs to the door, then comes back and gets back in the car. Alright, whatever. Oh, axe through windshield. We don't know who it is yet. But who had the axe? Who found the axe? The lass? That window's pretty reinforced. I know you're hearing her scream again. I just realised one of the videos I've transferred, it says Retro VHS side licks. It's obviously meant to say sidekicks. But I love this bit as he goes flying down the hill. Ready? The wolf's back. And action! Whee! I love that. Get down that hill. Kyra has actually moved though. And then there were two. I think I might have missed a bit where it pans around the house and it said well, you know what I mean from The Shining. Some pretty cool contact lenses in Haim's eyes there, like. Because he's apparently the killer. But there's a bit where it pans around, it may be when I was waffling before, but it says, all work and no play make a girl a dull boy. A good girl, aye, you know what I meant. Aye. Girl a dull boy. Well done, Stephen. Girl a dull boy. Twitch of the deaf nerve deaf. They're back to here. Oh, Corey Haim's now found the axe. So who did Corey Haim kill? He's now got his axe back again. So this movie is coming to an end. It's replaying the start of the movie really, as Haim appears. Fully bloodied up. But then the twitch there, you know. To like being obsessed, he looks... Yeah, drop the axe. Yeah. Great shot of Corey. You know what I mean? He looking like Corey in a horror film. But it's her, she's gone to the sinister side. You know. Is any reason for her to go crazy? Is there? It was around... I have no idea. It's just gone whoop whoop crazy.
Come closer.
She turns into a monster in a minute, I'm sure she does.
Get away! Get away!
You killed them, Albert. Because I asked you to.
Creepy ass eyes then, right? Oh, children of the corn.
Albert.
Children of the corn. Oh, see? Turned into a fucking zombie. So she gets hacked to death by him. You know? So what was her plan in this? No idea.
Come to me.
You lied! You lied!
It takes a bit of a weird turn at the end of this movie. So, it's a straight to DVD VHS on the shelf rental. You know what I mean? It's not a bad movie. Obviously, it screams Friday the 13th. It screams The Shining. I think it's locationally well filmed. It's in Wisconsin, as I spoke. Some of the acting is a bit like... I think it's more like what to do with the actors. As I say, there's a couple of scenes picking stuff up. Or like simply, right, walk away from that car off camera. And it's just like... you can see that. But like a lot of the support cast, I think, are generally good. The sheriff was quite good. I mean, the guy who plays Clear Springs, Clearwater, Brave Star, him. You know, he's like essentially like it's just another element. Like, would you really need that? You know, and then just the twist though, like I mean, again, I do admire the score. It's quite good, but it gets so weird at the end. Why does she change into some melting zombie? Where's the payoff? I mean, was Corey killing people at the end there, or was she killing people? Obviously Slater, Saved by the Bell, Marco, you know what I mean? He gets killed off camera, so does the other actress. So, you know, on screen, if you're watching it for gore, you know, like, you seen the woman get killed by the wolf. Yeah, to nothing, and you think, well, okay, like, that's probably one of your gory deaths, and then you got the twitch of the death nerve thing at the end there. And obviously, the sheriffs and all that have left here now as well. And we're about to get like, it seems that they go. They've just had this conversation in the background as I waffle on about, like, you know, filling in the things. The sheriff, you know, had to crawl half blood and alive and all that, and he's now, you know, going ready to burn the house, which apparently he was bleeding to death. It's just trying to wrap the film up. But we're going to get this really weird end shot with him, which I don't think we need. And Clear Springs is not alive. He's still alive. Yeah, I'll get to the clear shot coming up here. Clear shot. I'm so full of cold. I hope you enjoyed this video. But yeah, this weird shot at the end of the film. But again, let's quickly talk about, well, Haim Sarah. I mean, I thought it was near Fast Getaway 2. It's meant to be the tail end of the later year. His hair looks Fast Getaway 2, just not blind. He does look quite fit in this, but he's wearing a lot of baggy clothes in his look. Again, perfect project for him. You know, a couple of weeks filming, whatever they're doing, and he gets to go there, and it's paid for, and it's an isolated kind of movie, and yeah, it's done straight to DVD. Gets what you paid for, but you know what I mean. But it was never going to be a mainstream movie. I just think, like, if me personally, Corey was cast in the role, I would have got rid of her going nuts at the end and melting. I would have just clicked that he was an absolute psycho killer all the time. In the final battle, he gets killed. Simple as, because it's left fucking wide open for a sequel we're never going to get. I think the sheriff, there's a lot going on there. I just think they should have just pulled away from the obvious, you know, Friday the 13th, The Shining yet again. But we're going to get that Haim shot in a second. I promise. Once I've blew me nose. The step doesn't light. The step doesn't light. The house will not burn. That here's a scene poured with gasoline. That, yeah. Here it comes, the dramatic ending.
Until next time.
Until he sounds like Brave Star's father as well. Look, ready? What a random ending. What a random ending that was. Like, he didn't need that. Alright, as I say, Bo Hopkins is the Sheriff Harris. He actually gets his name above Corey Haim. And Mario Lopez, that's his name, plays Steve Slater. Bo Hopkins is credited above him. Now, when it comes to availability, Fever Lake has been released on DVD. Now, that was the Japanese VHS. Let's just stand up here and walk over here, step over the dog. I have Fever Lake on Big Box VHS. So that's how I found it back in the day. So was that Corey Haim? And obviously Corey Haim, Bo Hopkins and Mario Lopez. Mario Lopez is not on the front cover. You think that he would be on there because he was definitely recognisable. And it's the blue box. And then I got it on DVD, which is exactly the same. Now I have two versions of it, with two copies of it. The one is the original from my original collection back in the day. And the other one is, that's what I found up in Scotland with Without Malice story. And then the other one, my uncle who died left us all his DVDs, and Fever Lake was one of them. At that point I hadn't found the one in Scotland, so so yeah, seeing the outtakes. Right, here in the outtakes, I am battling through this cold. I've got some stuff to do. I think the next one, since the VHS player is hooked up, can be a VHS, because there's a few of them I only have on VHS, and I can only watch them through VHS. There's only a small few. I mean, I've probably got them on DVD, but they'll not work. So I'm going to have a look and choose correctly. Thanks for watching this. This is probably the only one like this. As I say, fueling fired and just showing some passion and love for Haim's films. Aye. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.